One thing you hear about housing in Canada, if you listen to the government, is the promise of the homes. All levels of government. So if it's federal, the finance minister and the prime minister are constantly talking about, we're going to build 3.5, sometimes they say 4 million. We're about 3.5 million homes by 2031, 2032, whatever it is. Who cares? Because it's all an utter lie, a ridiculous lie, a preposterous lie. It's total bullshit. All right. What about the provinces? Premier Ford constantly says, hey, we're going to build 1.5 million new homes in Ontario by 2031, 2032. Also completely false. Totally false. Ain't going to happen. Even counting beds in long-term care as a home. Yep, they do that. It ain't happening. Not even close. Not even in the same ballpark, same postal code, same anything. It is not even close to that number. It will be ridiculously less. But they keep saying it over and over and over. How do I know it's going to be ridiculously less? Because I know the numbers. I know the numbers. We're building less homes in Canada this year than the previous year, and we'll build less homes next year. Yeah, 2025, we'll build less. But particularly, we'll build less in Ontario and British Columbia, where all the new Canadians have been coming. Like, seriously, over 50% of all the new Canadians, the 3 million people who've come here in the last 3 years, they've gone to 50% of the time, they've gone to British Columbia and Ontario. That's the truth. That's just the way it is. So even though we've had this incredible growth in population, we will build less homes than ever before. Why? Why, you say? That's crazy. I mean, and set aside they're promising that we're going to have all these homes. What's stopping it? All right, I'll give you a list. We're looking at ridiculously high development fees. When you build a new home today in Ontario or British Columbia, costs are probably 30% go to tax. 30% of the price of the building or the unit or the house or the townhome or the semi, about 30% of it goes to government. Simple as that. All kinds of things, taxes, fees, different levies, development charges. It's a long list, but it's a fact. It's a fact. There's nobody even disputes it anymore. What else? Crazy high land prices. British Columbia and Ontario, land prices, batshit crazy land prices. Some have come off, as you know, when you find out you can't build you can't build your condo project because nobody's buying it. You might have to sell that land, and you'll sell it at a discount. But overall, land prices in these two provinces in particular are completely nuts. We have an totally unmanageable and crazy process to try to get new land developed. We have a green belt in Ontario. Hey, I'm a little more sympathetic to Vancouver. It's rivers, it's an ocean, it's mountains. Yeah, it's hard. Like, it's geographically difficult just to keep going up that valley. But in Ontario, it's just the bullshit green belt. Like, I'm tired of the green belt story. I'm just exhausted by the foolishness of it. But it's there. And it's untouchable because the last time that Premier Ford tried to do anything with it, he got his hands caught in the cookie jar. He had to apologize to everybody, and nothing's happened. But yeah, we have effectively locked up Southern Ontario in a green belt, so you can't build any new homes. So, but there's a long list more. Like, interest rates are still high. Banks, the lenders who give construction people and developers money to build these homes as they develop the projects, as they develop the cities, towns, the new places, the new subdivisions, they're backing off. They are backing off because they are worried about a recession. They're worried about a poor economy in Canada. They want to mitigate their risks by investing in organizations who are building buildings and building new subdivisions. They're just pulling back. So no financing, no build. I mean, I could go on for about another 5 or 6 things to do with crazy red tape, insane permit costs. And so how about the insane time to develop just a new subdivision? 6 years, 8 years, who knows? I mean, just to get all the studies in, to get through them back and get them, then they argue and then back and forth. Like, there is red tape. It's 18 months to get a permit to add a sunroom to your house in the city of Toronto. 18 months. Like, you couldn't make it worse if you tried. By the way, that's down from 2 years. Yeah, they've improved a little bit, 18 months. So These are the reasons. And I'm telling you, I see the numbers. I have access to great statistics, great information from people who are monitoring this closely. When it comes to single family, low rise homes, like single family towns, semis, the lack of building of this particular product, and the condominiums are dead as a doornail in Ontario, but the low rise, we haven't built low rise in any effective way since 2018. It's just been declining and declining. Like, the numbers are so bad that it's estimated that in Central 416, which is, one of the most dense and populous and important regions in Canada and Toronto, Central 416, between 2029 and 2030, 1,500 new homes, maybe, because it's just a calculation of what's on the drawing board to be finished, and all the other places, all the stuff you see, the towers that are being completed will all be finished prior to that. There's no new towers starting, effectively zero, and there's absolutely no single family being built in Ontario. With its small smattering of it in small towns of Windsor and a little bit in Kitchener-Waterloo, a little bit in Eastern, a little bit in Ottawa, but nothing in the GTA. No single family GTA at all. So what does this do? It's even worse. It's even worse than the lie of not building these homes. The worst thing about it, if you don't build any new supply of what people want, and let's face it, low-rise homes, townhomes, it's the aspirational product that people do want. If you don't build any new ones, then all you're left with is the old ones, and you push up the resale price of homes. So yeah, there's a good reason house prices are batshit crazy.